Please welcome to Y Live. Today we're going to be doing Pilates, and I am Goldie. Please make sure you are ready and prepared to begin, as well as consult with your physician before beginning any type of exercise routine. Alright, to get started today, we're going to go ahead and make sure we have a mat, or if you have a thicker towel at home that you could set down on your carpet, that would be wonderful. We just want to make sure that there's some cushion, and if needed, you can always bring a block or a pillow with you if you need to make modifications along the way for today. For those of you that have done Pilates with me before, or for those of you that have done Pilates in the past, we are still going to begin with the breathing on our back, a little bit of imprinting, and make sure that we are getting to our neutral spine. With that said, I'm going to move this around just a little bit. So we are coming all the way down, and we're going to start with our feet flat on the floor, arms relaxed down, palms facing down. We're going to imagine that we are squeezing a ball in between our thighs, and we are slowly going to just be aware of what our neutral spine looks like. And we're going to take some big deep breaths. Inhale through our post-lateral ribcage breath, where we place our hands right here on our ribcage. Let's make sure that the thumbs are touching the ribs, and then bringing the longest finger down towards our hip bones. Bring those longest fingers in the middle together, touching, so your hands look like this. And we're going to inhale, fill the ribcage up. Exhale and release it down. Beautiful. We're going to inhale, fill the ribcage, pushing not just up, but out. So you want the fingertips to open up, open wide, because you're breathing out. So we're going to inhale and exhale, pulling the navel back towards the spine, reconnecting the fingers. Inhale, pressing outward through that post-lateral ribcage breath, and exhale through the mouth, pursing the lips, pulling them back together. As we're doing this, we really want to make sure that as we inhale, we're going to start to tuck the hips just a little bit under, and then we're going to exhale, release, and bring the spine back into neutral spine. I'm going to bring this back out just a little bit more out to my side, because I want you to be able to see the natural arch of my back. So one more time, we're going to inhale, and we're going to exhale, tightening through the core muscles right here. We're going to go ahead and start lifting the legs up, making sure that the knee is above the hip and the shin is parallel to the floor. We're going to join the opposite leg to it as we exhale. Keeping that neutral spine. You notice we didn't arch up, kept that nice neutral spine. So we're going to start today nice and easy with our 100. We're going to tuck that chin into our chest like there's a small orange right there. Keep a small orange right there. And we're going to pull our navel to our spine, allowing our shoulders to come up off the floor, bringing the hands forward, palms face down. And in that 100, we're going to breathe in for 5, and we're going to breathe out for 5. And we're going to do it for a sequence of 10, which gives us 100, 10 times 10. There we go. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Eyes looking at the belly button. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Shoulders still off the ground. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Bring those knees into that chest. Rock side to side just slightly. There we go. And we're just going to move straight on, bringing that right knee into that chest. We're going to go for our single leg stretch, extending the left leg out. Our shin, once again, is parallel to the floor. You can bring the knee tight into your chest for this. if you'd like to add a level of difficulty, the further out your knee is, closer to your hip, the harder it is to do this motion. It's because it does tend to take more transverse abdominis, those tight inner core muscles, the ones that are the hardest to develop. As the leg moves out, it creates more difficulty, more arch, so it takes more strength to hold the core tight. So as we're here, we're going to make sure we're in neutral spine, always. We're going to tuck that chin so that we have a small orange right there. And we're going to pull that navel to that spine, creating that C curve. And we're going to begin as we pull the leg in. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, breathe, good. You notice we're keeping our shoulders off the ground, but they are not rounded forward. They're open, the chest is open, the curve is in the belly, right where the navel is. 3 more. Last one. And bring that down. Now we're going to add in, we're going to do double leg. So we got both of our legs in. As we're here, we're going to tuck that chin, make sure there is a small orange in between the chin and the chest. Remember that the movement, we're lifting through the chest, pulling the navel into the spine to make that C curve. Make that C curve. Okay, as we move through this sequence, we're going to act as if we are pulling up our socks and taking our hat off. That's it. We're going to pull up our socks and we're going to take our hat off. Good. We're going to do that again. Inhale. Good. Exhale. There we go. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Beautiful. Pull that navel to that spine. Please make sure you listen to your body and take breaks whenever you need it. We have 3 more. Keeping those knees together. Beautiful. 1 more. And bringing them all the way in. Beautiful. Let's rock side to side gently, side to side gently. Beautiful. All right, we're going to bring that back to the center. We're going to start from an upward position here. We're going to start from an upward position. We're going to do our roll-ups, and then we're going to add rolling like a ball after that. For those of you who have back or neck issues, when we do the rolling like a ball, I'm going to recommend that you come back to this particular exercise where we are doing our roll-ups. For the option, remember we can grab a hold of the back of the leg for a modification for our roll-ups. We keep the chest lifted, pull the navel to the spine. Remember the curve is a C curve in the belly. It is not a curve in through the shoulders. Keep the chest lifted, pull the navel in, and we're going to roll back 1 vertebrae at a time. Beautiful. And we're going to use the leg and roll it back up. Pull the navel to the spine. Beautiful. Let's switch legs. Again, this is the modified version where we are using our leg. Tuck those hips under, pelvic tilt, and bringing that back. We're going to use the leg once again to help us as we pull up. We don't want that giddy up. We want to alleviate that. So as we're coming up, we really want to pull that navel to that spine, use that leg. If you want to do this without using the leg, you certainly can, a little bit more advanced. And we're going to roll 1 vertebrae at a time. You really want to be able to control it as you're moving down. Arms are extended out in front of the chest. There we go. Hands should be in alignment with the shoulders as we're moving, so we don't need to use them to throw ourselves up. We want to control that movement as we inhale. And we exhale. Tuck that chin like there was a small orange there. Pull that navel to that spine and eyes look forward. There we go. We're going to come back. We're going to stretch forward. And we're going to come back. Ready? And tuck those hips, pelvic tilt under. And one vertebrae at a time. Keep those hands in alignment with those shoulders as we come back. Beautiful. And come on back up. Purse those lips, get that breath out. There we go. Let's try that again. Keep those, really focus on keeping those feet down to the ground. If you find that your feet are kicking or lifting up off the ground to get forward, such as this, then I would highly recommend that you move back to using the leg to roll yourself up, okay? There we go. There's always that option. We always want to make sure we listen to our bodies and we are doing what our body needs to make sure that we are getting the most benefit out of the exercise as possible. Again, we're going to exhale. Keeping that chest open and belly button in, curve in the belly. Good, we've got 2 more of these. For those of you that want that long stretch, you can bring those arms out and then bring them back up. Stretching over, let's get that stretch over, there we go. And last one. Pull that navel to that spine. There we go. Beautiful. And we're going to roll up. And stretch over. Beautiful. All right, we are going to move on to that rolling like a ball. Again, for those of you that have neck or back issues, this exercise is not recommended. So therefore, I would strongly suggest that you return back to doing the roll-ups that we just completed. So we're going to try 4 to 8 of these. What we do want to do is make sure that the legs are tucked in to the body. Our hands are on the shins. For those of you needing a little bit of a modification, you can bring the hands to the hamstrings, okay? What we don't want is to kick the legs out. We want to keep them tucked in. We want to keep our legs tucked in. We don't want to round forward. Remember, we want to lift the chest, but there is a big rounding in the belly. So we definitely want to make sure there's a pelvic tilt. And we pull the navel to the spine with our C curve, okay? But not overextension with the back. We want to keep that lifted. Pull in through the belly. All right, so we're going to just float our feet up because as we're here, we do want to try to keep our feet from touching the floor or just touch the toes, not the feet all the way down. This should not be an exercise using momentum. This should be an exercise using the core muscles to move your body through a fluid motion. Okay, through a fluid motion. So as we move back, we're going to do a nice big inhale, and as we come up, we're going to exhale to get up. We do not want to roll back onto the head or the neck. We do not want to roll back onto the head or the neck. We want to make sure that all the rolling is done in the lower part of the back, mid-back. Okay, here we go. So we're going to come back, we're going to inhale, and we're going to exhale. And we're going to inhale. And we're going to exhale. Good. We're going to roll. Again. We don't want to hear any flopping. So we're going to do 4 more. As you go back, if you hear that sound, then you're getting air in between your back and the floor. And that means that we're not rolling, we're not making that C curve. So we're going to really try to get that C curve in there. Good. Good, there we go. Inhale. Let's get one more thing. Beautiful. We're going to extend out from here. So for those of you that are comfortable, we're going to bring those legs out to our beautiful V-sit. With that, we want to make sure that we are up on our sit bones, not rolled back. We're up on our sit bones. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We're just going to hold that for a second. We're just going to hold that for a second. There we go. Keeping the chest lifted. Pull the belly button to the spine. We're going to bring the legs together. We're going to bring the legs together. We're going to bring them back out. Bring them back in. Bring them back out. And bring them back in. We're going to lower them down. Ooh, yeah. All right, we're going to take that nice big V. And we're going to do our spine stretch forward. So this should feel really good for the body. As we're coming forward, we do want to make sure that we are rounding out, really pulling that navel to that spine, making that C curve with the belly. And the rounding comes from the upper part of the back, okay, in the thoracic and the cervical part of the spine. So in the upper part of the back. All right, so we are coming up and over. Imagine that there is a big ball here, and we are going over the ball. And then we're coming back up. Inhale. Good, let's do that again. And exhale, coming over the ball. Pull that navel to that spine, create that C curve there, and back up. Good, those sit bones are firmly into the ground right here. So we're gonna make sure we're doing that. Here we go, and pull over, exhale. Inhale, back up. Now sometimes to make sure you're in good alignment when doing this, you can try it from a wall, putting your back up against the wall so that you can feel the lower part right here in your glutes. You can feel your hips against the wall so that as you're coming over, your hips stay on the wall, but the upper part of the back does the rounding over the imaginary ball right here. And then we're going to come up. Good. Let's do two more. Let's two more of those. Here we go. And exhale. And inhale. And one more time. Here we go. And inhale. Beautiful. All right, we're going to bring those legs back together. And we're going to come on down. So before we did our single leg stretch that was out here, now we're going to do our straight leg stretch. So super fun. We're going to take our left leg, bring it down to the ground, and I'd like you to ensure that your spine is in neutral. So if you've got a big arch right here, I need you to make sure you pull your navel to your spine. And if those hips, if the pelvis is pointing upward, I need you to bring it back to neutral. Bring it back to neutral, okay? We're going to straighten that top front leg. Beautiful. So you can point or flex the foot. You can point or flex the foot. I'm going to be pointing today. We do want to keep the leg as straight as possible without locking the joints. And we're slowly keeping the spine in neutral. We're going to slowly float our left leg off the floor. Okay? About 6 to 10 inches. About 6 to 10 inches. 6 inches is going to be a little harder. 10 inches, 12 inches, if you want a little bit of a modification. That's going to be a little bit easier, so that'll give you a little bit of a rest area in there. This is a difficult exercise though. So we are going to bring our body up, lifting through the chest, pulling the navel to the spine. If you want to reach up to the calf muscle, remember that we're not pulling the leg, we're allowing the core muscles to lift and crunch. So it's a very gentle hold. It's a very gentle hold on the leg. If you have any difficulties reaching up, you can always use the back of the leg or split hands right here. Okay, so as we begin, we're going to breathe and switch and switch and switch and switch and switch and switch and switch. Keeping those legs straight instead of bent. Small orange in between your chin and your chest, eyes looking towards the belly button or mid-thigh. Just a few more. 2. Last round. Finish up right here. Hold that, hold that. Lengthening through the leg, reaching up. Remember, we gently hold, or split, or to the hamstring if you need them a little bit lower. All right, nice and easy. We're going to release those knees in, bringing them in. Breathe. Let's rock side to side. Beautiful. All right. One of the last exercises we're going to do today is we just finished with our straight leg stretch. It was a single straight leg stretch. We're going to do a double straight leg stretch. So that's a little bit more difficult. Both legs do come up at this. Point or flex is fine. I am going to point today. As I come up, remember you're leaving the legs straight. This is not the one where we pull up the socks and we take the hat off. Instead, the legs will stay straight the whole time. As we come up, we want to make sure that we have a small space in between our chin and our chest. Our eyes are looking towards the belly button or mid-thigh, and the C curve is in our belly. Pull the navel to the spine to get that. Nice and easy. We're going to reach up, and as we're here, we're going to take our hands and bring them back right here. Now, we are not pulling the head up. We are actually allowing the head to sit in the hands. So I strongly recommend taking 2 fingers of each hand and just letting them sit at the base of your skull right here to hold up. Open your elbows out wide. We really don't want to pull them in. We want to keep them open, so that allows the chest to stay lifted. Okay? Very important. As we come, we're going to bring that down and back up. Little lift, down and back up. Little lift and down. Good. Breathe. Add that little lift if you can. Good, good, good. Got about 4 more. 3 more to go. Good. Nice big breath. Nice big breath. Let's get this last one in. And bring it down. We're going to come all the way down. Bring that head down. Relaxing those shoulders. And bring that arm in. Beautiful. All right, we're going to do our roll up. So if you could just bend your knees a little, please. Again, grab hold of that leg if you so choose. We're going to inhale, exhale as we roll. Keeping the heels on the floor. Pull that C curve in. Lift through the chest. All right. I believe that was our last movement as I promised for today. If you would like to add on, you can always start with your legs out wide. Legs out wide. As you do that, and you can stretch to the sides. We do try to keep a nice big T when we do this. So that is an option just to finish that final stretch if you like. Outside of that, we just want to make sure that that we gave you the options, different options for a Pilates class today. You can always go change any modifications you need, listening to your doctor or making sure that you are getting the best benefit for you. So I just want to let everybody know, great job. Thanks for joining me in this virtual workout today. Please give me some feedback, give us all some comments. Visit ymcarichmond.org to see all of our offerings for staying healthy with the spirit, mind, and body. We'll look for you next time.